Hey, mabuhay everyone, March is here. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for dropping by, and today I'll be giving you one of my favorite sneakers that I was kind of surprised that I fell in love with. So this is the AG1. So stay locked in this video because I'll be telling you why. Before we start with this revisiting and updated performance review, I would just like to remind you guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Like this video afterwards, and of course share it if you want. And by the way guys, follow me on Instagram. I am Marches, okay? Come on. Let's interact there because I'm always updated in Instagram and you can ask me any questions. And I'll make the time to reply to you guys. So in front of me is the AG1 from 361 degrees, 361 degrees. 361 degrees is a company from China, and I bought this over at Lazada, I think. But this is not a sponsored post. And I'm really actually got intrigued with the 361 because Aaron Gordon wore this, and first look, I really like the design. So I was really kind of intrigued, and especially the price point was just around below 5,000 pesos. So I checked it out and see if it will perform or it will be just a trash basketball sneaker. And man, I'm completely blown away with the 361 AG1. If there's one sneaker that I think the AG1 honestly is in my top 10 right now based on overall performance. So let's break it down once again. The upper of the AG1 features a mesh upper, and there's a lot of fusing on the side. There's another layer here, and fusing on the lace loops, and going back there's more fusing. The fusing goes all around the sneaker, and there's some perforated materials around the midfoot part for more ventilation, and some netted materials around the heel, and there's a soft plastic, it's just for design. So let's talk about first the forefoot part of the AG1. It has this fused material on the big toe area, which will give you extra durability and support. And of course, on the lateral side, there's more fusing for lateral support. Given that the sneaker is designed for Aaron Gordon, of course, Aaron Gordon, in my opinion, is a big guard, small forward type. He's very quick, he's very powerful, he dunks a lot, so there's a lot of impact. And there's a lot of impact in his moves, so that's why there's a lot of fusing in his sneaker. And it gives you excess support there. And speaking of support, and there is a strap lace loop around the middle part of the forefoot and midfoot to give you that lockdown that you need. So when you really tighten up your laces, it will give you extra support and really pull your foot down to the footbed. And speaking of lace loops, they still use that strap-like material, but it's a lot smaller. The one that I mentioned earlier is made out of nylon with fusing. But on the other lace loops, it's still straps, still made out of nylon, but there's no fusing. So overall lacing system of the AG1 is really made for durability, and I don't think it will rip anytime soon. I hope not. And as for the tongue of the AG1, it's kind of high. There's a pull tab there. It's actually part of the inner layer booty material of the AG1, where it gives you that extra comfort that you need, and it's very easy to put your foot in, given that it's a mid-cut sneaker. And there's another pull tab around the heel. And as for the heel part, where you can see this quick balance, so it runs from the forefoot to the back part and going to the heel or ankle part. It gives you that ankle support, very similar to the Anta KT6, where the 3D support system goes up to the heel part or ankle part, where it gives you that extra ankle support, which I really love, guys. When I was doing lateral cuts and stopping laterally, this quick balance really was containing me in the footbed, and that's what really made me impressed with the AG1. And there's a leather here for, I think this is just for design, and if you want to pull it here when you're putting your foot in, you can do so. And as for the heel cup, there's an internal heel cup, and the cushion also goes up a bit around the heel and giving you extra cupping on the foot. Now let's move on to the cushion part of the AG1. It is made out of neofoam organ, and man, this is where I was really impressed with the AG1. I really like the cushion setup of the AG1. I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but they use the same technology that Brand Black is using. And there's another sneaker that's using the nitrogen way of making the foam, where it will cold blast the foam with nitrogen, so it will pop and give you that bounce on the foam. And I think they also use this in the foam of the AG1s, and it's really bouncy. It's not too thin, and the Neo foam organ is made out of two materials, and I don't know what other foam is called because, as you can see here, it looks like styrofoam. And I think this one is the one that's really bouncy. And as for the black foam, it gives you that impact protection. And the combination of both, man, impact protection at the same time gives you a very springy feel in the forefoot and heel. Impact protection, the heel is very nice, and bounciness in the forefoot is really good on the AG1. One of the best cushion setup right now in the market. Although you're not too close to the ground and you're not too high off either, at the same time, it's still very responsive. So kudos to 361 for the cushion setup of the AGs. I really love it. Now moving on to the traction of the AG1, which features circular lines patterns. It's like a data-driven pattern too. The rubber material of the outsole of the AG1 is on the softer side. So maybe I don't recommend it to be used outdoors, but you can use them from time to time, but not all the time, especially around the forefoot where the rubber materials are really thin and they're very short. They are cut in small pieces. So I think if you played with this, especially on a rough outdoor floor, it will rip, but I haven't tried it yet. I won't recommend it outdoors, but for indoor use, the traction is really nice. It grips hard, it squeaks, and even on a dusty floor, it still grips. And there is a quick bone in the midfoot part, so it's a midfoot shank for spring back and stability for the AG1. So for a sneaker that is below 5,000 pesos, for the cushion and the traction that you'll be getting on the AG1s is truly worth your money, guys. So I was really impressed with the AG1s. I didn't expect anything from the 361. I was actually preparing myself that it won't be a good sneaker, but man, I was blown away with this sneaker. So if you want to try China brand sneaker, this is one of the sneakers that you should try. As for the sizing of the 361, like in my other Chinese brand sneakers, I usually go with my Euro size. So Euro size 44, but the US is 10 for the 361. So base it on the Euro size, true to size, and half size up for wide footers. So that's my update on the 361 Aaron Gordon 1. Let me know what you think about this sneaker. Do you like them? Hit me a comment down below. This has been Marches once again. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.